have never seen a stark, concrete illiterate as UK. I'm not talking about certificate-wise. We all know how Nigerian system be now. They sort certificate, they sort results, sort things.
So Jenny seems to know a lot about fake certificates. So this is what this video is about today. It's another PowerPoint video, educational video, and it's protected under copyright statutes, and it's developed under free speech protections. Once again, this is another PowerPoint educational video. And it definitely is in the same style that I use, cut and paste. So like I said, if you're triggered, get out of here. So this PowerPoint here is comparing UK and Edith on the right hand side. So you can see UK, these figures are estimates once again, but roughly UK went to university in 2006. She was about 20 years old. And then she did a 4-year degree, and then she did NYSC. She was 25 years old. And then from there, she went directly to do her PGD and her MSc. So she's around 28 years when she finished. In comparison, Edith, because as she said, she had no support. She ran away from Lagos because her mother couldn't support her. She had no money for university at the age of 18, managed to support herself into University of Abuja 2010 via distance learning, and then graduated at the age of 30. So you can see a big difference between the two.
Before person enter university, you must pass your SSC, get the requirement. If you forge your admission letter, you will be caught. Towards your final year, you'll be caught. Those that they catch that forged admission letter, they cannot defend it, because if it's not the school that gave you the admission, your name will not be on the school portal. Don't go the back door school. Go through the front door school so that you can mix up. You can mingle with people. You will see people from all corners of the world. Different people. No go backyard school, where now only one small class. Go sit down. When you finish, close, you carry your bag. Go school, maybe so you go see different people.
Now the question is, who was UK talking to when she was making these statements? People assumed that it was editorial, but of course her sister Peace came out and said it was about her, and they had a back and forth. But was she actually talking about Peace, or could it have been editorial? We really don't know. But because this is editorial, the movie, and we have now got to the point where we have to talk about, did she actually graduate? It was pertinent to put these clips in. So Edith is 23 years old, and she manages to get admission into the University of Abuja to study economics via distance learning.
And then when I wanted to get into the university, of course, because there was no money, to get into the university and be comfortable. And for me now, I love challenge. I love doing things even when it seems that there's no way.
So what does she mean that there is no way? She got into the University of Abuja, so she must have had these admission requirements. We heard when she was in Lagos that she finished secondary school. We don't know what she got, but somehow she managed to get into University of Abuja.
I went to University of Abuja. I studied economics.
And she talks once again about her grandmother that blessed her. I keep going on about the fact that Edith never really talks about her mum. Whenever anything significant happens, she always talks about her grandmother. So she says that when she got into university, she says she thinks that her grandmother blessed her. I don't know whether this is a figment of her imagination, because why would she say, I think my grandmother called me and I think I was in university? But, she said the grandmother blessed her.
I think she was still alive when I got into school, and she was so excited. She had to demand that I come to the village, and she knelt down. She asked me to kneel down, and she, blessed me. She's always blessing me, and I love that woman so much. But nonetheless, she has left me to remember her.
So she then matriculated in 2010.
So here is my center. I don't know if you can see that. University of Abuja, Center for Distance Learning, and that's it. I'll be going inside. This is matriculation Uni Abuja 2010. This is when I matriculated into the University of Abuja, and this is a colleague, and this is a previous course rep, Kingsley.
So far so good. We're seeing colleagues, we're seeing the course rep, we're seeing the university. So she said she was studying part-time and working full-time.
And I was actually the one paying my school fee, working and going to school, because there was nobody to help, there was nobody to pay my school fees. I used to go to school Friday, Saturday and Sundays, while I would work Monday to Friday, half day, and then on Friday I would now go to school, and I will now go to school on Saturday. I'll equally go to school on Sundays.
But the other thing that's really strange is that, surely even if you are studying part-time, would you wait until the end of the course and then you do exams? Do you not have exams at least every year or every semester?
I was in school for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I think my 4th year, I was about writing exams in Gwagwalada.
But this is the Center for Distance Learning. So if you look on the website, the course actually is over 6 years. Sometimes there might be maybe an extension to 7 years if you fail an exam or you've got extra work to do. But it's over 6 years. So Editorial is now describing that she did this course in 4 years and she did the exam at the end of the 4th year. For the University of Abuja's Center for Distance Learning, it takes about 6 years for part-time students. 4 years is for full-time study. But Editorial told you that, she was working full-time and she was going to study at the weekend. So half day Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, that kind of doesn't make any sense. But anyway, she's told finally that she has graduated, and this is in March.
Now I am a graduate.
It took her 7 years.
This one is very important because I wasted 7 good years in this school. So I have to, make this clearance.
I was in school for like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I think my 4th year, I was about writing exams.
So like I said before, there's this discrepancy between it took you 7 years, but then 4 years, and then you were writing your exams. So anyway, she's been told that she's graduating. Now she needs to go and get clearance. So of course, clearance are things such as, did she actually pass the courses? Does she owe any fees? Anything outstanding? So she's trying to now get that clearance, then go on, be signed off to get her actual results.
All right, so I'm here in the center and they said the form is finished today. I'm going to school now, to go and continue the signing thing that I was doing. Because I'm feeling bad that I went to school yesterday. I couldn't still sign my clearance form. It's been so long. It's been so long. Although it's not just me, Sha. There are so many people who are experiencing that. So guys, I'm in school now and I'm just legging into where I'm going to be signing my clearance form. So guys, I'm here in school and the lecturer that is supposed to sign my script is around. Meet my colleague, my former colleague who graduated. His name he's going to tell his name. So guys, I'm here again today. I just hope this man will be around. Hey guys, so I'm feeling sad right now because the woman, number one, they've transferred the man that was usually attending to us. Okay, and it's a lady that's there. The lady is kind though, but there's no blunt. And they can't own the generator. And I'm feeling sad because I couldn't sign my form today. Because it's taking longer than I was expecting, honestly. Feeling bad, honestly. But I am honestly just trying my luck today because I just have to leave my house. I just have to go there. As soon as I meet that woman today, I'm going to beg her. I'm going to beg her with everything I have, for her to sign this thing for me today because it's taking so long. Yesterday, I went to meet my friend in the spa and I asked her, finished signing us. And she's like, yeah, that she's even collected her results. So what's keeping me waiting?
But is there another reason why the form is not being signed? I mean, let me know in the comment section down below. Does it take 3 months for clearance? I mean, I know in Nigeria there can be issues, administration, strikes, and all of the rest. But does it usually take 3 months? And then is the reason for not signing the form the fact that there's no electricity? So maybe they can't pull up the records, or the lecturer's not available. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense really, because she was asked to go on a specific day every Tuesday to try and get it. So, but then she said something else that makes me think that maybe there was something else that made her not able to get that form signed. What do you think?
So today again, the lecturer said he's not going to sign for me, but no beef, no quarrel. Today is not a bad day. Like I'm smiling like this.
There's no life again. That's why everything is fucked up here.
No, there's life. There's life. She doesn't just want to, sign it. I don't know.
So why is the form not being signed? Why doesn't the lecturer want to sign it? So anyway, finally, after 3 months.
It's gonna be the last day that I'm coming here. In this exams and record, it's gonna be the last day, baby, because I'm signed. Like, I'm super happy right now. It took me 3 months to get just this thing done, and I'm super happy. So I'll be going to that other place, to go and submit this thing.
So then she submits it to the registry so that she can then get her certificate of results.
And next week, so guys, I'm here at this registry. This is where I'm going to be submitting this form. Anyway, we're waiting to submit the form right here. So.
And then now, the final step to get the certificate.
Guys, so tomorrow I'll be going to, get my form that I submitted in schools. Okay, I'm going to go to Gwagwalada. I'll be going there. That's where the main campus is. That's where I want to go and submit. The last submitting of my form. Just on my way going to town, I want to go and get my form that I submitted in school for signing. And after that, I'll be taking it to the main campus. It's very far away, but that's where I'm going. Hello, my beautiful people. Okay, so it's evening already, and I wasn't able to go to Gwagwalada, to the permanent site, but I was able to change my nails. This is how it's looking. I love this one.
So I don't understand. So why didn't she go and get that certificate? You have to remember that editorial has been crying for years and years and years about not being able to go to university, not getting support. You finally have that clearance certificate. You've now got the form to go to the registry. Now you just need to go to GWAG to go and get your certificate. So why did you're on the way there and then you now stop and say, okay, you can't go, and you're showing us like your nails? It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, finally, it seems like the certificate materializes. Remember, she completed her clearance on the 9th of July. Just less than a month later, she's in the church on the 1st of August, dedicating her car. And then somebody just comes up to her. And finally, editorial has a certificate. And I have to say, I was really happy when I saw this, because I thought, oh my word, she's worked so hard, 7 years. At this stage, editorial, remember, she's 30 now. And she finally has that certificate. And I'm thinking, yes, she deserves it because she's worked really hard. So this is the certificate.
Abuja.
And the thing is, she actually snubbed her mother. So the cameraman is saying to her, not knowing editorial's backstory, oh, who's this person next to you? As in, she trained you. Don't you think you should be acknowledging her as well?
And here is my certificate.
So,
cameraman tries to get her to give her mother the honor for training her, saying, who is this person next to you? Bring her forward so that she can take the honor of paying your school fees.
Certificate.
so who is standing beside you?
That's my mommy. They all know. They know. Look at that. BSc in economics.
And then she actually gives the praise to someone else.
This beautiful lady here helped me out, helped me in collecting the certificate. She's a darling. She is a sweetheart. She's a blessing. Yes, and she's a winner. She's a very strong lady. Like, seriously, you guys should tell her thank you. You're going to receive more. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I mean, what a snub to G Gift, who looked really embarrassed there, you know, because all of the praises were going for this woman. But what I want to know is that, editorial, why did you stop going to Grag on that day? You want to go and do your nails. Why could you not go there to go and get that certificate yourself? I don't understand. Who was this woman that had to go and get that certificate for you and bring it to you on that Sunday, the 1st of August? Was it not possible for you to get it yourself? So, like I said, you got your certificate, you cleared on the 9th of July, and then the certificate was now issued. So the date on that certificate was the 24th of July 2017. My question is, I've got several questions about this certificate. As I said before, you can see here 24th of July 2017 is when the certificate was issued. So this was about, is it 15 days? Yeah, roughly 15 days after the clearance completion, which seems to be a bit fast. I checked the people who are up here, the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar, and they were actually in tenure or in term during 2017, so that's correct. The logo is completely the same as what you'd find in the genuine certificate. And then there's this box around the statement of results, which seems to be okay. So far, so good. But you know, what's really significant on the certificate is it actually says here, this statement of results is valid for 1 year only from the date of issue. So I wanted to ask, you know, where's the actual certificate? Now, I'm not saying that people should actually come and bring their certificates online. There's actually no need for that. But I'm just saying that, you know, this was not the actual result. It's just a statement of result, and it needs to be now put in for her to claim the original certificate. So I hope that editorial actually has done that and doesn't think that this is her certificate. And I'm sure she knows how things work. And then if you compare her certificate, I mean, it was very difficult because, of course, she was holding it. It was very difficult to get like a straight screen grab of the certificate. But if you compare it with what seems to be genuine certificates that you can find on Google, this is what's found. So if you actually look here, you can actually see, as I said before, the logo is cut off there, but it's absolutely normal. The Vice Chancellor, Registrar, everything seems to be absolutely fine. And then you can see, I told you before, there's a box around there saying statement of results. And that statement of result is actually inside this box here. But what's a bit different about these certificates is that you can see that box is very close to the statement of results. You can see very, very close, goes all the way around it. Yeah. Whereas this one, you can see there's a big gap on that side. It could be nothing. It could just be, this was 2017, and these certificates, you can see the middle one 2021 and 2023, so it could just be that maybe things have changed then. But the other thing that's really noticeable is that you can see here these certificates here actually have these numbers, these certificate numbers on them, but editorials one does not have a certificate number. Now, once again, it could just be 2017, and maybe they only started putting certificate numbers on from 2020 onwards or something like that. So that might be the other reason why it's very different. But the other thing that's really, really significant is looking at the name. So you can see here, they put the surname first and then comma, and then they put the first and the middle name. The same with this one in 2023. But with Edith's one, you can see this is her surname Sunday, so that should actually be first, then comma, then Jude Edith. Once again, it could just be a design flaw. Maybe they changed the certificates, but it just seems a bit strange that it's very different. And then lastly, if you look at this, you've got this logo, this what they call a seal here, like a holographic seal. You can see how it seems to shine. Sorry, this is in the way. You can see how it seems to shine, and in the middle certificate as well. But on Edith's one, it might be that she's out in the sun. It's completely different, but it doesn't seem to have that kind of metallic seal to it. It just seems to be like it's printed. But, you know, in favor of her certificate is that the registrar, who is Yahya Mohammed, actually signed her certificate as the deputy registrar in 2017. And if you check online, he then became the actual registrar, I think from 2020 onwards. So that seems to be correct. So those are the things there that seem to be a bit off with either certificate, like little design flaws. And you ask yourself, is it genuine, or is it just that the certificate design changed from 2020 onwards? And so this is the holographic seal that I was telling you about, that, on genuine certificates, or it might be that maybe University of Abuja only started using these seals later on. Maybe it might be after Edith's certificate was issued. But, a holographic seal is something which is stuck onto the certificate, which changes so that whatever's printed on it is visible 1 minute and invisible the next, depending on how the paper is moved. So you can see here, this holographic, you can see the picture, and then when you move it, you can see it actually disappears. So that's what happens with the other certificates. But editorials one, it was difficult. I mean, I could see it kind of changed a little bit, but it didn't seem metallic. It just seemed to be printed on. But like I say, it could just be 2017. They had a completely different design then. And if you look closely at the seal here, you can actually see that it just looks like it's printed on. Like you can see the paper seems to just be ribbed paper. And then you've got almost like, it almost seems to just be a stamp, which is on there rather than that metallic. It doesn't look metallic at all. But like I said, is it 2017 or is it something different? So those are the things that I noticed about editorial certificate. And as I said before, maybe it's just an earlier version, and that's the reason why it's very different. So if you look at this certificate from 2020 and compare it with editorials, it doesn't really seem to be metallic here. One of the things that I said was missing was actually that certificate number here, and this one doesn't have a certificate number. So it could just be, yes, 2020 and before. Maybe they were not putting certificate numbers on the form. But I feel like this certificate is fake. Why? Because something as simple as social studies, there is no university. This is a University of Abuja. Why would you spell social studies with a small s? It makes no sense. So this is a fake certificate. So I can't really now say that, yes, maybe 2020 they didn't have certificate numbers on, because this one is fake anyway. But the biggest concern I had, because something was just like sticking out at me. I don't know if you've noticed it, but can you see here? What do you notice on this certificate, which is so huge that you think, how is that possible? So if you look, as well as that certificate number missing up there, with this registration number, look at the registration number there. Now, what's really concerning about this registration number? Can you notice? All of the other certificates, the registration numbers have 8 digits. Edith's registration number has 9 digits. So you've got a missing certificate number, you've got the name spelt the wrong way around, and you've got 9 digits. Now, once again, simple explanation could just be it's the Center for Distance Learning. Maybe they have different formats for their registration numbers. Maybe earlier, maybe they had more digits, but that doesn't make any sense, because you'd think that they would have fewer digits earlier in university, and as you go up, as you get more students, you get more digits. But, this is another thing that really stood out to me, that why does she have 9 digits in her registration number when all of the others seem to just have 8? Like I said, it could just be a simple thing, but it just seemed to be a bit strange. Like I said, if you look at all the other certificates, look at the registration number, 8 digits, hers has 9 digits. So these are all the kind of discrepancies that I found with the certificate. So the question is it genuine? I mean, I would hope it will be genuine, because I do feel that Edith has worked extremely hard. I think if it was for the want of trying and really wanted to go to school, university, and all of the challenges that she's faced to get to where she is, she's 30 years old now. I was just praying, editorial, please, hopefully this will be a genuine you actually do have this economics degree. So I'm hoping that, all these little things that I picked up actually are nothing. But, it's difficult to say at the moment. So is it genuine? So if we actually look at the list of all of the issues, so University of Abuja logo, you can see up here, present, that's fine. The Office for Registrar heading is present. Statement of results seems to be okay, but the box around the statement of results seems to be a bit off. It's just too big. So remember, that box is the logo, which they put in the background. So that box is part of the University of Abuja logo, and it should be very, very close to the edge of the statement of results, and it's just too big. But the Vice Chancellor and Registrar's names are consistent with the year 2017. she got the award in March. So I think she got the award on the 27th of March. That's what's printed at the bottom of the certificate. And that kind of ties in with her waiting for 3 months for clearance and then getting the certificate issued on the 24th. So that roughly is about 24th of July. So that roughly is about 3 months. So that seems to be correct. And then degree, title, class of honors, is printed the way, like standard. The only issue, of course, is with the seal. It doesn't seem to be present. It seems to be printed. There's a bit of font style, that doesn't seem to be completely correct, but it doesn't really stand out that much, not like somebody else's certificate that we analyzed. And then the 8-digit registration number is not there. It's 9 digits, and that doesn't make any sense. And then there's no certificate serial number above the date of the award. And then another big one is that the surname was listed last rather than first, like in the other genuine certificates. Now, it could be that those genuine certificates are fake. I don't know. But I'm just saying that there's a big difference between all of them. So as I said before, she got the award on the 27th of March. So this is when she was there saying, I've graduated. So on the 27th of March, they told her that she'd graduated. She went for clearance. It took her 3 months. And that was the 9th of July. So that's the 3 months she was talking about. So that seems to be correct. And then she got that certificate issued on the 24th of July, which seems to be a bit fast, 15 days. But then if you think about the fact that it was just a statement of results, it's not the actual certificate, 15 days maybe is a bit okay. But I'm not sure, why did that woman have to go and get it for editorial? Why could she not get it herself? She was in Abuja. It's not like she was coming from another state. So that for me seemed very suspicious. And then the big one for me was editorial is a content creator. Not only is she a content creator, but she's somebody who has been so passionate about university, passionate about the fact that she never had anyone to pay her school fees and how she struggled. It took her 7 years. And so the big one for me, do you know what it is? Can you guess? Is why on earth did we not see a graduation from editorial? We saw the matriculation, yeah? We saw that matriculation, but we didn't see any graduation. Why? Why was there no graduation on her channel? Was she too busy? When was the graduation going to be? I would have thought that would be one of the biggest milestones that editorial would ever have published on her channel. Now, it might be that I've completely missed it. So if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if anybody finds the graduation photos and whatever, then please let me know. I stand corrected. But for now, I can't find them. I can find when I type in editorial and graduation, I find graduation of Beverly, Bernice. I don't see editorial's graduation. And I'm wondering, why would you not do that as a content creator, as somebody who struggled to get that degree, and then you didn't go for your graduation? There are no photos. There's nothing to celebrate that graduation. And then the last thing, of course, that, people used to say, did somebody graduate, is did she do NYSC?
What states did I do my NYSC?
FCT. Abuja, FCT. Federal Capital Territory.
Okay, the thing is that I actually didn't go for NYSC.
Exactly.
Yes.
That was the reason why I said Federal Capital Territory, because I know you didn't go.
Yes, I didn't go, but I have a certificate of exemption.
What I don't understand is that how did her husband not know she is a genuine graduate? He was thinking that maybe she didn't have it. She went through the back door. And the reason why I say this is because, remember, this is in 2017. And I think I stand corrected, but she either met Emmy later on that year or the following year. But it was very close to the time that she got that certificate. In fact, no, 100% I do know that editorial had met Emmy by the time she got that certificate. So, not that they were going out or anything like that, but, he was following her around everywhere, even literally holding her handbag. And I'll show that in another video. So how did he not know that she was a genuine graduate to the point he thought that she went through the back door? So that's another thing that puzzles. So that it basically just points to the fact that I don't think she actually graduated. And why would she not graduate?
Okay. No. I didn't pass through the back door. Hold on now.
Another thing, why does Kemsey look nervous as editorial is now talking about how she got her NYSC certificate or how she was exempt? No, similar to what G gifted with her hand, looking very nervous when editorial is talking about where she'd lived in the past. Kemsey is also, because I'm such a big one when it comes to body language. She's looking very nervous, really tense, very, very uncomfortable, rubbing her hands. Why?
I have certificate of exemption. If you didn't attend NYSC, you can go and get a certificate of exemption. Now, because I did a part-time course in University of Abuja, I was working and I was going to school. So when it got to our turn, they now said that you're not going to serve. So everybody had to go to NYSC office and get certificate of exemption. So I still have my NYSC certificate, but it is exempted. Like I am exempted from serving.
That is actually better than serving itself.
Who
Serving
served
as scam.
Who served her?
And, I think, at the end of the day, like I said, me is kind of 50-50 for me with this certificate and, is it genuine or anything else? But she's saying that she has a certificate of exemption. So it sounds like it's genuine. The reason why she's giving us the reason why she didn't serve NYSC is because she did a part-time course, even though she was describing that part-time course as being 4 years. And we know 4 years is full-time. So anyway, that's going back. But I think one of the other reasons why maybe if this certificate is genuine, the reason why she didn't serve NYSC is because of her age. Because remember, editorial was 30 years old at the time that she got that certificate. And it's one of the reasons why I keep saying that I do hope that the certificate is genuine, because I do feel she has struggled to get to that point. So it would be such a shame if she actually didn't get that certificate. So as I said before, she has struggled to get to that point. Remember, she graduates at the age of 30 years old, compared to her cousin who had her first degree at the age of 24, maybe 25, So, it's been such a long, drawn-out journey for editorial. So it will be a shame if she didn't get it. But I don't know. I'm 50-50. So maybe she just doesn't know that she needs to get the actual certificate. Maybe. So, if she hasn't got the actual certificate, maybe, this was 2017. It says that that statement of result expires after a year. So I'm sure she must have converted it to the actual certificate. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you believe the certificate is genuine? There are many things that point towards the fact that editorial actually did go to University of Abuja. Of course, she was there. She's pointed to her colleagues. She's pointed to her course rep. There are many signs that she actually went there. The question is, why did it take her so long to get clearance? Why was the lecturer saying that he was refusing to sign her form? Could it be some kind of issue around toasting? Oh, who knows? I don't know. But it's not cut and dried, but it's a bit more clearer than the other certificate issue that we had. So let me know what you think in the comments section down below.